Isa sa pinaka-importanting release ng Cfmoto for the year is the much-anticipated 450Mt. We're talking about the mid-sized adventure segment. Napakainit ng segment na ito dahil sa mga kayang gawin ng mga bike na yan. Mas madali siyang gamitin, mas magaang siya, at kung liparan lang sa dirt ang pag-uusapan, mas dito na. I mean, as compared to its bigger, heavier siblings, right? Welcome to Makina Moto Features. We're off to El Nido to ride the all-new Cfmoto 450Mt.
Sunduin kita Alas 10:30 magdamag ang lakad hanggang umaga. Oras natin ngayon, huwag mo nang isipin. Mawawala tayo sa dilim. So saan ka pa?
One of the specialties of Cfmoto is their much-loved parallel twin, and this is their most sophisticated and refined version to date. Kita natin yung progress ng kanilang development dito. The 450Mt can dish out 43.5 HP with torque at 44 Newton meters. Very usable. Now that's real-world power in the dirt. Brakes, we have ABS, harap-likod, so dual channel. Single disc lang meron tayo dito sa bike na ito, pero sa harap mas malaki naman. We have 320mm with the post 4 pistons, and yung rear naman 240mm with single pistons. Using both brakes, okay siya. Yung ride in conjunction with the seat, I have the high seat by the way, sobrang komportable. I can sit and ride on this all day. Suspension of choice, kaya ba?
It's my own design. It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule.
So we are here in El Nido. Let me just make sure everything's dusty. My pants are dusty, my bigote, my mustache is dusty. Everything's dusty. We've been going off-road here all day, hard off-road, which we all kind of prefer as opposed to soft off-road. And round they go. Okay, so what we have here is the much-awaited Cfmoto 450Mt. This is available in two colors. We have Tundra Gray and Zephyr Blue. Obviously, I have Tundra Gray. Some of the differences that I have seen would be the front fender. Some of them are more tire huggers. Some of them are situated higher, obviously for off-road preferences. I am looking at the tire hugger version. I kind of like that. I think this would be, if I may give a suggestion, it would be cool if this is just like peeking out just a bit and not like hyper extended like this, just like maybe up to here and nice and pointy like that. I think that would be good. Anyway, this is essentially a parallel twin cylinder. At mga kaibigan, na-master na ng Cfmoto yung parallel twin. Ever since they came out with the NK400, they've been just rolling out really good bikes all the time, year in, year out. So I'm pretty much stoked that this is a parallel twin in this range. Some of the other bikes in this range, they are single. This is parallel in this segment, and that I think is really cool. Yung clutch natin, multi-plate. It is a wet clutch. Meron din tayong slipper clutch dyan, which is really good. No need to worry about your clutch when you're really going aggressive out there. Suspension natin, we have 200mm clearance. Kayaba forks tayo. Subok na rin ng Kayaba. Suspension so far, we've been going up and down all these rough terrain, and it's also pretty good. We got monoshocks at the rear. Tires natin, CST ang choice of rubber ng Cfmoto. 21 sa harap, and over there at the rear, 18s. See how dusty that is. Here's our intro. Boom, Cfmoto agad. TFT display, I believe this is 5-inch. Right off the bat, that's what you got. And to control it, this is what we have. And the quality, I know it's dusty, just ignore the dust. Trust me when I say okay yung quality ng plastics natin dito. Hindi siya showered. You just gotta control it with this one. So kung marunong kang gumamit ng telepono, you're pretty much gonna understand this. So napakadali. Switching from on-road to off-road, it's really pretty much this button over here. Pag i-long press mo siya, ayan, off-road na siya. Lalabas na yung ating indicator sa off-road. So, ano nangyayari when we have off-road mode on? Basically, mangyayari dyan, your ABS at the rear is gone, traction control in the rear is gone, pero Cfmoto said hindi tatanggalin lahat ng safety features, meron ka pa ring ABS sa harap. So, it's not really full-on basic dirt bike na wala talagang kaano-ano. I believe ABS in front, even off-road, is still important. That said, let's take a listen. That's the sound of our parallel trim. It's very responsive, by the way. And our busina is this. So this is what I appreciate. Ito yung mga gusto kong sana lahat na lang ng adventure bike may ganito agad. Folding mirrors na pag off-road ka, pwede mong itiklop ng ganyan. Right? Done. Off-road mode ka na. Gusto mo balik na on-road? Yan. On the fly. Yung iba kasi deroskas pa or may Allen wrench. Tapos it's stiff enough na hindi siya mahahangin. I mean, you don't worry about that. Also in off-road mode, kailangan baba yung atin na mirrors. But if you're in on-road, you don't want the wind slapping in your face and your helmet, you can bring that up like that. But we're gonna bring it down at this point. We got some crash guards over here. Of course, skid plate. Meron din tayong skid plate. Rayos na tayo agad. You got your tubeless na rayos, which is, you know, I think a staple already when we're talking about adventure riding. In terms of the seat, I have the high seat and I really am comfortable with this. Hindi ko napakaramdam na nakasakay ako sa isang asong malaki. I feel like I'm actually riding a bike. Oh wow, this is like one of my favorite seats out there. Since I have the higher seat, I actually have more foam. Napakasarap nito sa puwet. Yeah, this is a really good seat. If you have the height for it, I would highly suggest that you go for this. The orientation of our lights is vertical. I think that's great. Of course, it's all LED. One of the things that I would suggest with Cfmoto, just my 2 cents, is with other versions out there with many tastes that are with other people just trying to find their own identity and whatnot, different colors would be good, like a lot of pops. The blue is kind of trademark Cfmoto style. This is not something I would expect initially of Cfmoto, like a gray motif, but they did it anyway and it looks good. So maybe they can also play around with a lot of color, a lot of striking colors to get that adventure spirit and the adventure blood flowing in our veins. Blues, reds, yellows even. I think that would be really nice. And to flood the market with so many colors is just, I think, a really good thing. Now, in terms of our bits and pieces and quality, I mean, Cfmoto is doing everything right. Welds, I don't see any rust, rightfully so. You'll be surprised. There's some other brands out there na, ewan ko ba, sa shipping ba, dumadaan sa dagat, may mga kalakalawang. All of this is just, you know, stellar quality. Also, if they have versions of the 450Mt that can outrightly be more geared towards on-road, I think that would be great. And maybe an off-road configuration more, which is pretty much what this is. I think that would be great too. Going out there, just roughing it out, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. The Cfmoto 450Mt clocks in at 328,900. At kung titignan natin kung anong merong ibang bikes sa market, the 450Mt is a very strong option. Sure, one can argue wala pa siyang heritage and culture ng mga Japanese bikes na andyan na, 'di ba? Ilang dekada ng bilang. Of course, yeah, may value din yon. Pero minsan papasok din sa utak natin na aanin mo naman yung heritage and culture na andito na yung bike sa atin, 'di ba? We're here in this year, in this decade, the bike is right in front of us. We're gonna look at the bike stand alone. Bakal sa bakal, gulong sa gulong, makina sa makina. Actually, yes, very much appreciated ang ginawa ng Cfmoto na global launch sila ng 450Mt sa Pinas. I mean, they went all out. They have over 300 guests from around the world, 80 riders from around the world. That's pretty impressive. Nilipad kami sa El Nido, nilagay kami sa magarang hotel, masarap yung chibog. All of that, very much appreciated. Pero alam mo, and I say this with all gratefulness in my heart, hindi actually kailangan gawin ng Cfmoto yan lahat eh. Right? Ganyan katingkad yung bike na ito. Kasi kahit simpleng ride lang sa off-road buong araw, kain lang tayo sa karinderya, simpleng tulugan, kung focus lang sa motor ang pag-uusapan, lilitaw pa rin yung silaw at pagkatigas at siga at galing ng bike na ito. In this segment, this is simply one of the best for the year. Easy to use, the price is reasonable, it's light, and para kang action star agad. I would buy this with confidence. The Cfmoto 450Mt. Masasaspatan niyo po ito sa Makina Motor Show April 26, 27, and 28 at the SMX Convention Center, Manila. 3 days, 4 halls, 1 motorcycle industry. Kita-kita tayo doon. And, abang lang, malay natin, baka mas mapaganda pa yung deal nyo doon. Diba? Who knows? Bosak po from Makina Motor Features. Ciao!